Brice Dunwoodie. I'm the founder of CMSWire. We've been covering the DX space for about 23 years now. We're based in San Francisco with our journalist team is spread around the world, clustered in largely North America, but also in Europe. So CMSWire is a digital publication in a community of customer experience and digital experience professionals. We've been publishing since 2003. And we gather about 5 million people online every year. And we cover a range of topics, but a good chunk of our content is focused in the digital experience space, in the enterprise digital experience space, and what's happening in the DXP, composable, and artificial intelligence spaces surrounding the public-facing digital experience infrastructures. What I'm excited about in 2025 is to stop talking about composability because everybody's got it and it's not that fun, and to start talking about how AI is changing workflows and processes in the back office for the content producers, for the strategists, and for the campaign managers. In my experience, so what's limiting change and what's limiting the adoption of AI and exciting adjacent technologies is the humans and the bureaucracies and the lack of agility in organizations. We saw this addressed a little bit in the keynote this morning by Scott Brinker, where he talked about technology advancing at an exponential pace, but organizations advancing at a logarithmic pace. So the technology is always far ahead of the adoption and the application. And so I think it's a challenge today for all companies, and it's a growing challenge to create more agile organizations and find ways to to prioritize and ingest the most impactful technologies and process changes that they can find in the market. How do I see Gen AI impacting the DX space in 2025? I think there's many things happening. Obviously, we're all overwhelmed by the news that comes over the fence every day and the sort of surprising advances. DeepSeek being the the event of the last 7 days, but I think there's still some resistance. And there's still a lot of talk of hallucinations and can we trust this thing and things like that. So I think a lot of it in 2025 is identifying the right scope of application. And when you get the scope right and you work on a scope that's well defined and impacts a really well understood business process, then you start to see massive advances and changes to that business process. So I think that the vendors have an opportunity to identify the most important scopes in the digital experience realm and to start addressing them very concretely, which I think is possible with today's technology. And that's something that we do as a company, and I've seen a lot of other people do it as themselves. So I think that is the opportunity: is get the scopes right, attack them. Don't make promises that are boiling the ocean, but start to really improve key business processes in the digital experience space.